What's going on, guys? It's Nico Moreno here, and in today's video you saw the title. What we're going to be talking about is I got to meet Alex Becker. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how that experience came about, what I thought about it, and I think you'll kind of be surprised because a lot of people make all these clickbaity videos about like, oh, is he a scammer? So first off, if you're new here, if you like videos about entrepreneurship, about personal development, about becoming a better person, a better version of yourself, then go ahead, click that subscribe button down below to join the family. Also, give this video a like if you enjoy it, if you learn something. And yeah, so how I had the chance to actually meet Alex Becker was, well, I paid him. So I joined his Black Card Mastermind, which, I don't know, maybe some of you guys know of it. He doesn't really do too much promotion of it, but I joined his high-end Black Card Mastermind and I was able to fly out to the live event in New York, and that was a pretty cool event. It was met with a very small group of high-level entrepreneurs. It was a really great event overall. Now, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, probably why you clicked on this video is, well, is Alex Becker really the person that he portrays himself to be online? So you can see he has all these pictures of himself, like riding fancy cars, like, renting out like fancy jets. So that was kind of the image that I had built up of him in my mind too. Because that's kind of the person that he just portrays himself to be. Like multi-millionaire, like riding around, doing all this fancy stuff. And I think one of the biggest things that I noticed, one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned just from being a part of this, particularly the online entrepreneurship world, is a lot of people who are very wealthy and who are very successful and have, who make a good amount of money. They're really just normal people at their core. They've obviously done things a little bit differently. They've put in some hard work and they have different thoughts and beliefs and habits than, people who are doing the 9-to-5 thing. But the reality is, like, people who have reached these high levels of success in business, they're really the same people that they were beforehand. With obviously minor differences, but overall, like, a lot of people, I think before I got into the entrepreneurship space, before I started reaching certain levels of success myself, I always kind of thought that, and I had always been taught the belief that, money changes people, that money makes people, greedy or whatever, and that's an absolutely detrimental mindset to have, and it's also not true. So what I truly believe and what I've seen and experienced, not only with myself, but with other people and just friends and business contacts, is that money really is just energy. Money gives you the opportunity to do more things in your life. It gives you the opportunity to give more. It gives you the opportunity to have more, to do more, to be more. But really, all it does is it's just a tool. It's just a tool. And really, at the end of the day, it basically just amplifies the type of the person that you already are. So if you're a good person, you'll be able to do a lot more good out in the world with more money. If you're a bad person, like, the money's not gonna make it any better. The money's just gonna amplify that. So that's kind of one of the core things that I've learned since becoming successful myself and just interacting with and meeting all these different types of people in the world of entrepreneurship. And Alex Becker is really no different. So what he, the thing that he portrays online is, that he's this really cool, like, super cool guy, always says the right things, always in an upbeat, hardworking mood, is always, driving around fancy cars like Lambos, Ferraris, wearing his gold Rolex that everybody knows, taking his girlfriend and his friends on extravagant trips. So the reality is, those things are all true, but personality-wise, he's really just a normal guy. And I actually really like that about him. I kind of expected him to have this sort of like really like intense, like alpha male sort of personality like he does on his YouTube channel and Instagram and like all that other stuff. But really what I noticed and what was actually really refreshing and cool was he's just a normal guy. Actually pretty low-key in person. He's just a normal guy who knows a lot about marketing and who knows a lot about growing and scaling businesses. But at his core, personality-wise, it's just a really chill guy. You can see the picture right here of us. We're both just like wearing hats. I'm actually taller than him, which is pretty cool. And I was really looking forward to this event for a long time because I had been looking up to him. He was kind of one of my mentors and one of the people that I had been following for a very long time online. So it was really cool for me to get to meet him, and it was absolutely in no way a letdown to see that he was, just a normal person. It was actually quite the opposite. So I found it very cool and just very refreshing that really personality-wise, he was still just like a low-key, friendly, like genuinely nice guy. who is not all like hypey like a lot of these internet marketers out there like try to portray themselves as. Really just a down-to-earth, kind of quiet guy, honestly. Learned a lot there, learned a lot from him, and met a lot of really other cool and successful people as well. So it was a really great experience overall. And yeah, I guess kind of the point that I'm trying to drive home with this message is that, oh sorry, camera's getting a little shaky. The point that I'm kind of trying to drive home though is really money does not change people, and it doesn't have to change people. And if you have the belief that it does, and that it makes you a bad person or it makes you a worse person than you already are, that's a really detrimental mindset to have, and you need to change that and you need to work on that if you ever want to make, you know, a lot of money or more money or whatever it is. That's one of the limiting beliefs that I used to have, that money somehow makes people greedy or makes people bad. It's absolutely not the case, and quite often it doesn't change the person that you really are, right? It just gives you more options and more opportunities to do more, be more, give more, love more, share more. And I'm not trying to get all like sappy or anything here. Really, at the end of the day, like people who are very, very successful, a lot of times you wouldn't even know it, right? Like I still remember at the event, Becker was just wearing like a black sweatshirt and sweatpants. I like distinctly remember that, being like, wow, he's like dressed even more casually than me. Anyways, I think that's kind of one of the things that I was very resistant to. I was kind of worried that I would have to become this drastically different person, and that I was kind of afraid subconsciously that I would become this drastically different person. There are certain things, certain habits, certain thought patterns, and certain mindsets that you will need to change if you want to become very successful, not just financially, but just, you know, in a personal sense too. Actually, there are gonna have to be, you know, specific mindset changes, specific habits that you change about yourself, specific habits that you change in your day-to-day and weekly and monthly routines, but you don't have to change who you actually are as a person. All right? So anyways, that was it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this message. If you did, if you found it useful, if this helped you in any way, please give this video a like, give this video a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me, every single one. And also, if you want to get more awesome free content from me, please be sure to click that red subscribe button down below to join the family, or you can also click the sunglass smiley dude over down in the corner. All right, this has been Nico Moreno. Thanks so much, guys, and I'll chat with you guys next time.